I'm going to show you how to sketch people quickly, forgetting the details of anatomy like muscles and bones, but instead focusing more on capturing simple shapes using my dot method. So when you're sketching people, I recommend focusing on these three simple shapes. So whether they're standing or sitting, you can do this purely by eye, or you can use my dot method to quickly estimate these shapes first. So it's no mannequin we sketch first, pencil construction showing all the muscles. We just outline the simple shapes that you can see with some rough proportions. Now in terms of simple proportions that you can keep in mind as you're doing these quick shapes, I've got a template here. So you can see on the left here we have the three shapes in this simple figure. We have the head, the torso and the legs. So they're the three shapes that I sketch first, and then we add on the other shapes. And I'll show you how we do that in more detail in the tutorial. In terms of the dot method, we can place dots on the shoulders, on the crotch and the top of the ankles. And so with those proportions in mind, then we can sketch these main shapes. Now we have people sitting here, of course. So this is what we keep in mind. And then we also use comparative measuring. So we compare the head height to the height of the body as it's slouched over it's sitting. We know that it can't be longer than 3 heads, this torso, but usually a seated figure, the torso looks a little bit shorter. So keep those proportions in mind if you memorize simple proportions like this, and then you can roughly sketch the shapes as you're looking at the figure and compare it to the other shapes around it. And if you're just a beginner in sketching people and you want to go into more depth into these proportions and learning how to sketch people, then I do have a beginner's course over on my Patreon, so I recommend that for learning how to sketch people really quickly and loosely for urban sketching. So I'll start on the left here, the standing figure, and then as we go across each one, because it's quite complex, we're going to start to compare the heights of each person to the last person we did. We'll always start with the head here and work down the body and do those 3 shapes. So very, very roughly, you can always adjust this main shape, but let's draw the outline as best we can from observation. Just outlining as best you can around the head. So that's the main shape. It's almost a teardrop shape. And then a little bit of a neck just to help. So that's a head height. Now the torso here is 3 heads. So just for beginners, I'm going to measure this out slowly, but if I was doing this in reality, I'd probably just outline that very quickly. I'm going to firstly put 2 dots where the shoulders are. And I'm using comparative measuring, very close to the side of the head there, and the other shoulder is very close to the chin. And that torso is 3 heads down. So if I go 1, 2, 3. So on this side it comes down. So if I look at the head width and come across and down, I'm more out here. The legs from the crotch down to the top of the ankles is the same, so I can measure that down and I can put the 2 dots there. We know where the legs come to. We can measure the height of the body and it won't be too long or too short. But now we can just outline the dress here without even drawing any of the body underneath. Now we do the neck shape. We come down, it can be very loose, and that's the back of the bottom there, and then coming straight down, you can miss some of the hands. And so you've got that shape, very quick. So now we continue the dress down, and then there's a fold. That's the basic shape of the dress in proportion to the head. So I'm going to draw the ankles here, coming down, shape coming to the toes, do the one behind it, and then taper down to the point again. So the elbow is halfway between the shoulders and the crotch. It's about here. And then we have the elbow to the wrist, and the wrist comes close to the side. Come this side, this is the thickness of the arm. Now for the hands, no fine details, just the basic shape. Goes out and we have a square shape there. And we have the other hand there. Now we're going to move on to the next person and use comparative measuring to compare where this person goes. So I'm looking at where this person's shoulder is, and the head is just a bit down from the shoulders. So I'm going to put the head here, just estimating. Even if you get it slightly wrong, it's okay. Now let's outline this head. And then a V here. Now this one, if I measured on the reference, the head height here is about 2 heights for the torso. And this is more looking at just the shapes rather than the anatomy exactly. So I'm going to put a dot for the shoulder, and this will just guide me a little bit on where to put the main shape. Make sure you compare it to the person. Yeah, that looks about right, cutting through the body there. Now the next section, it's about 2 heads again, down. Copy that down. Get the shoulder there, roughly. I'm going to hint where that shape ends. Down, you see that dot there. Got proportion. So I'm going to put in the 2 sides to the legs. I'm going to do the same thing. Just put the 2 sides, flat section across the bottom. So this one's a little bit lower than this one. And then we have the inner ankle, come across, tapers down to the point like these ones, they taper down. The arms, the elbow's about halfway, but the wrist up the top, so I'm comparing to where it goes on the V. That, and ignore the hand there, just draw the back of the hand, so put 2 lines, include those together, and then another little one there, and comes across the bottom of the arm up to that wrist point. Put the same head height as we're doing, one here and one here, and then we come down. Now I'm not going to measure the heads, I'm just going to compare it to this person now, about the same. There, they're in the middle. Down here I'm comparing where it cuts, so it comes through there and then down like that, so it curves in. And now I'm just trying to get the shape. Don't concentrate on the legs underneath, we're just looking at that silhouette of that shape. Tapers away across this way, we're curving these 2 legs in, and then off to this corner where the knee would be, down. But then I do the back one, wrists about there, so the back of the hand there, there's one finger, and this tapers down there, a little line, a little tapered carrot between each one. Our last person, but similar height. So that's the shape that I'm looking for, that teardrop shape, round at the back, pointy at the chin. And I'm more interested in capturing those 2 shapes and then the legs. And this one, and then this lovely raggedy line there. And they taper from a thickness down to the ankle. Angle of the bottom of the foot first. Arc, curve in, and this one goes in and then arcs around. Down to that point either side, tapering down to here. Make sure they taper to a point. And again, the outside of the hand. Good that there's a phone there to cover up all the fingers. Now we've got all those main shapes. Let's add in the chair. Chair that they're sitting on like this, and we can be a bit looser here. The other side down like this. Do 2 lines. Come down, curving. Now I'm going to go through the faces and the details here quickly. First of all, with this shape here, we're going to add in the hair. So dividing that shape into smaller shapes. And you don't have to make this too solid, these lines. Then we have the wispy hair in the back like this. So with the face, I divide it into 3. So from the hairline to the chin, we put the eyebrows down 1/3, and then the nose down 1/3. And the eyes are just a bit up from halfway in the middle, and then the mouth is also up a little bit past halfway in the bottom 1/3. Come down about 1/3. That's about where the gap between the eyebrows are, and the nose is about there. Very simple lines where the eyebrows are. And then it says some details, so lines on the side of the mouth there, and then down here, the feet, quick lines there for the toes. If there's folds in the clothes like this one, and that's it for that person. So now the next person, let's divide that shape up, and the back. Now the final bit, once we've got the face, we can add those details. First eyebrow there, she looks like she's having a wonderful yarn. And I'm just drawing a line and then making it a little bit darker where I think the eye is looking. Below the nose, the cane. So knees about there, so I'm pointing towards it. Go across the top. Comes in from the side, round chin. So let's do that. Down 1/3, the eyebrows, and then the nose here, and go curve the eye there, showing the same sort of wrinkles. That's the gap between the eyebrows, and then the nose. Then the nose. Then the feet. And that's it. Now let's do some watercolor. Okay, I've got my round 10 brush. Start with a very light wash here, or burnt sienna. Skin tones. Got to be careful of the socks so I don't go over the socks. So we have the skin tone. That's great. I might do this lady's dress. That is Payne's Grey. So be very careful. Here you get some ultramarine blue here. I'm just going to go around where those white flowers are on her dress. Now for this dress, I'm going to use cadmium red, almost like it's painted on in reality. Slaps on through there. And then on this lady's dress, we have, I'm going to use Purple Lake, following the patterns, and then just a little hint between each one like that. Yellow ochre. Between these ladies, I'm trying not to touch their heads. You can see they're at slightly different angles. And then now on this lady's dress, blue-green colour. And hopefully the purple is dry. A little bit more there. The tiles. Okay, that's all the colour. We're going to let that dry, and then I'm going to put the shadows on. Ultramarine, on here on her face. I think there'll be a shadow in between the legs there, and then obviously behind the people. Just to help with the background, now that it's dried, I'm going to add in a little bit of burnt sienna and yellow ochre. So this is to get the texture because they're not flat. And also splatters helps. Okay, let that dry. And then this dress here does need some details. Lots of little dots here. In the white, in the stonework. So that's how I sketch people using my quick, simple method, sketching the simple shapes using dots to help construct them. Not thinking about muscles or anatomy or anything like that. If you are a beginner sketching people and you want to learn more, then I recommend my Patreon membership. I have this tutorial, which is a lot longer there, so I've got the full version with a reference there as well in the template. Plus you can have access to over 130 tutorials there from buildings, objects and people. So there's a lot of people sketching tutorials which you can help improve your skills in people sketching, as well as I've got a fundamentals beginners course. So that's really important to go through, where you learn how to use a pen and a brush, and then we work our way up to sketching people, which is probably the most challenging thing you can try and sketch. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.